Welcome back to another episode of the Ozigi Chronicles. I'm here with the one and only Mrs. Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Benja.
That's it? I thought you were gonna
You want my government name?
No, I don't want the government name, but like, I'm Benja, all this.
I'm Benja Alezie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so with every guest, I think like, I'm Benja Alezie, I'm doing this, that.
Okay, I'm Benja Alezie.
Okay.
I work at Chick-fil-A.
Okay.
2 years strong.
Oh yeah, a Chick-fil-A?
Yeah.
That's good.
Um,
That's okay. So what's your story? This is a question I ask each and every single one of my guests, and it's like an open question, and I just let them go whatever they want. So I will ask you what your story is. Like, how would you describe your life if you were to write a...
My life is a series of deja vu and clumsy activities.
How so?
If I don't get hurt at least once a year, I'm not Benja.
I think it's more than twice. Since when I've known you, and we knew each other from, of course, working at Chick-fil-A.
No, 29.
Yeah, we knew each other from working at Chick-fil-A.
No, you're right. No, the only year I got hurt twice was 2019.
Yeah, you slipped down. You slipped and you fell down. You slipped on ice. I know you slipped on ice because it was snowing outside, and I don't know. You slipped in the mall, and I had to call the.
No. That was 2020.
Oh really?
Yeah, that was this year.
But the thing is, like, the arresting is like you got hurt like way too often. But anyway, we knew each other from Chick-fil-A. Of course, I was the OG, and
This is my brother.
I'm not your brother. She's
my Nigerian
Haitian.
brother.
I think you're the first Haitian to be in the podcast. I have had Nigerians. I've had a Guatemalan.
My ancestors are also Nigerian.
No.
I did ancestry DNA, and this is my Nigerian brother.
Well, I would say the name Alezie, like it sounds Nigerian, but you're Haitian, and
really?
I think in Africa we consider Haitians as our our brother. No, it's actually Ghanaians, but Haitians are really nice too. And
my ancestry DNA.
Anyway, but I've had a lot of friends that are Haitian, like for example, Oswald, who we both met.
Also my brother.
Okay, that's your brother for real. Then I've seen Juan, brother too.
LOL.
Why do you say bro? Why do you say LOL?
LOL.
Okay, well, he's Haitian too, so I don't know why you don't consider him your brother. And I knew have.
You met Juan?
Huh?
Oh yeah, you did.
Dude, I've known him for like 10 years now, sadly. Anyway, and then Chris Jean Baptiste, who you know him too, right? You know him too, right?
brother.
Chris Jean Baptiste.
Who?
You know,
oh, Chris. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, let's talk about working at Chick-fil-A and how it's been for you, at least your experience.
I'm a devoted worker. Like, I really call out, I really strive hard to make these guests stay happy and smile.
Excuse me, sorry. Lie detector test? Oh shit, it's spiking up now? It's spiking up?
I'm an assistant shift leader. You know why? Because I have those qualities that they are looking for at Chick-fil-A.
That's good.
Congratulations
to your promotion.
I always bring laughter and happiness and smile to people's lives.
So you would say you're a hard worker at Chick-fil-A, and that's why you've earned your position that you're in right now.
Exactly.
And you think it's like a fun job? Because I really realized like a lot of Chick-fil-A is run by teenagers. Like most of us are really young. You're either in college or just graduated out of college, and the adults are pretty young. The owner of the store is like in his early 30s.
If we're talking about back house adults.
What do you, I don't know. When I worked there, it was mostly young people. When I left, I think...
I'm talking about morning crew.
Oh. When I was there? Oh, no.
When you were there, yes.
Oh yeah, the adults there? Yeah.
Back at house morning crew.
What about back at house morning crew?
Well, I'm saying that there's this little old lady that looks like Little Red Riding Hood's grandma. If she talks to me a certain way again, I'm kicking her in her kneecap.
Excuse me, you're a Chick-fil-A member. You should not be talking like this in public. Imagine, people outside. Chick-fil-A is such a nice place. Actually, no, I think our store is the most ghetto store in the whole of America, bro.
We were just talking about that yesterday.
Oh, really?
This is Chick-fil-A Roosevelt Fields. This is not Chick-fil-A down south.
It's not.
First of all, a majority of our workers is from Hempstead.
And if you know Hempstead, if you're from New York, you know Hempstead. You know,
Get the
it's
kids out the street program. That's
what's wrong with you, bro? But yeah, a lot of us are from Hempstead. Well, not me, but we're from Hempstead.
Ooh,
Wait, you're not from Hempstead. You're from Uniondale, bro. Okay,
exactly. Why
but
now?
no, but most people who work at Chick-fil-A are from Hempstead, and yeah, it's like why you're not gonna expect great hospitality from people from Hempstead. Like you'll be giving attitude.
Okay.
No,
I would like to say that the people who are from Hempstead that work at Chick-fil-A are some of the nicest people from Hempstead that I've met. You know, I feel like those are the 1%ers of Hempstead.
oh really?
Yes.
Look at them looking at Chick-fil-A. But sometimes we do, like, especially front of the house, they be giving attitude to the customers.
Not me though.
Not you? You sure?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. I like to hear that. But yeah, I would say it was a good
Izzy,
experience.
if you're watching this, you know, I'm the girl that took your order.
Who's Izzy?
This guy that I met yesterday at Chick-fil-A, this
my
guest.
God.
Oh my God.
Oh, explain this, guys. So I think maybe you meet your future husband through Chick-fil-A.
Izzy, like, if you're watching this, I just want to say that you're so handsome. And, like, when I tell you, I was crushing on this guy. Like, he looks like that, like, one of those Arab guys, you know, full beard,
Uh-huh.
long hair, like, mafia kidnap me type of dude. You know, Wattpad story type thing, bro. Like,
So did you get his number?
I kept on staring at him. Liza was like, Benja, you know you're staring at him, right? I was like,
Yeah, I'm
oh,
pretty
shit.
sure he felt comfortable because like this woman
No,
is just
that's not true. Cause he came back because he had buffalo sauce and he went to Chick-fil-A, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm sorry, I got that for you. He was like, thanks, hon. I was like, ah.
maybe he's gay. Just crushed your dreams right there, huh? But I hope Izzy, if you're watching this, which I doubt you will be, she's crushing on you, Haitian, 5'2".
5'3".
Oh, I was guessing. I was like, okay, well, still showed us a move for you. But Izzy, your future wife here, and yeah, I'm pretty sure Chick-fil-A has been a nice experience for both of us. You know, I literally talked with Anna with this, and I don't know what, like 2-3 episodes ago, and she said that it was really nice. She was a really nice I think like top nice person there, but then yeah.
Then I came and I became number one.
Why you capping though? But I would say like you're working back in the house, working in front of the house. That's pretty good. And so like,
Hardworking.
how would you explain this Chick-fil-A experience in one word?
The people that I've met have changed my life forever.
One word, G. One word.
Revolutionary.
That's good. How did they change your life?
Like, I've met some long-term family members. I've met my brother, here Munir. I met my brother Oz.
Oh,
I
Oz, we miss you, Oz. Oz is like really, that's my guy right there.
I've met some special people that I hold close to my heart.
That's good to hear. That's good to hear. And when you say like life is treating you, what you been up to?
Work.
Literally, that's it?
Yeah.
You just get in the bag?
Mhm.
That's it? Whatever the long-term plans, huh?
Go to school.
Okay. And what you gonna study?
Psychology.
You want to be a psychologist?
No, I want to be a social worker.
Social work?
For juvenile and juvenile correction facilities.
Oh, that's interesting. So would you want to be a social worker for, people in the juvenile center?
Because the juveniles in the correction facilities, a lot of time, I wouldn't say it's their fault that they ended up in jail. Sometimes it's their environment. Sometimes they just never had anyone to push them or encourage them or show them what true love is, So sometimes they just need that person who believes in them and to show them what love really is, just to push them in the right direction. A lot of them, they aren't bad kids, just bad situations.
Yeah, I would say the same thing. So like, say, imagine you grow up, let's say, just in a bad environment with bad friends, and like you wake up and you see your dad hitting your mom and stuff like that. Like that thing is gonna be in your mental.
Or like growing up, you never had a parent that supports you.
Yeah.
All they do is talk down on you. Every day if you hear the same thing over and over again, you're just gonna start believing that you're worthless and nothing, and then the actions that you do is gonna produce what you think of yourself.
Yeah, and also I don't like how the kids are just. I feel like in America you have this culture of like you're bad and you just go to jail. There's no rehabilitation. It's just Yeah, that's why I'm not really a big fan of jail. I'm more of rehab. Like I feel like if you really like, it should be like let's say there are 10 people, like maybe two out of those 10 people should go to like actually be in jail. But then the rest of the age, they just need guidance and somehow some way to like make their lives better.
Yeah, and a lot of times, like, the system really fails them. Like, take example Cynthia. You know Cynthia, the one.
Cynthia Brown.
Yeah,
Okay.
she is a prime example of someone who doesn't deserve jail, but a rehabilitation center.
Can you explain her story, please?
Um, she was a prostitute, foster care at the age of 16.
You can use your phone.
She killed her pimp, and but it was self-defense. She's 16, a little girl. Like, no 16-year-old is grown. That's still a child. She killed her pimp because, first of all, like, she's in a toxic environment. Her pimp had a gun on the nightstand. Like, anybody would be scared. But instead of the system, trying to help her out or rehabilitate her or something, they sent her to jail for murder. That's very much tragic story. But with public media, she is now free. She wrote her book. She's married. She's doing life, beautifully. She's living her life.
Yeah.
Shout out to you.
Yeah, that's good. But like as I said, there's a lot of people like Cynthia. She's very, very lucky to be where she is right now. But there's thousands of kids who need the same guidance, and if not more guidance than her. But however, they're just we have this culture and the system that like fails them. Like they get treated like animals in jail and stuff. Like maybe you need them. I don't know. There's some European countries that have this path to rehab. I don't like it. But like there's some people that can never change. But I do believe like I think the vast majority of people they could change their ways. They're just led through the right ways. Unfortunately, I think America has the most incarceration in the whole entire world. If you count per capita
Because it's
people,
a business.
it is a business. I think there's something called for profits prison, and I just don't like the way like your human rights are just stripped away from you in prison, and like that's a whole debate. Like if you kill someone's mom, like do you deserve to be living like a decent life in prison? Like do you deserve some decent food? Apparently not, because in prisons like they just treat them like shit, and you basically they own you. Like you have nothing.
And it's like, take for example, there's a lot of stories where fathers, they avenge, like if their daughter gets raped or something happens, like they go out and they like kill the rapist. Like certain incidents like that, bro. Does that person really deserve jail?
Yeah, but then, okay, so it's like okay, so if someone, because the law is like okay, you could only kill someone in self-defense, so you're gonna have to like stretch the law.
I mean, like yeah, but
yeah,
like,
there'll be some like wrong in that, but like, so are we gonna accept this like lawlessness?
like
And
free my boy.
I know, but would there be? I feel like that was gonna welcome jungle justice. You know what that means? Like,
Yeah.
I know that's so it's a whole debate. That's what I'm saying. With the whole thing in life, you really have to look at both sides. And I do like I get this sentiments that, like, let's say if someone like hurts a loved one of mine, I would want to like do something to you.
Anyways, prison is a business. It's a scam. They have prisoners working in there for little to no money for big corporate businesses, and that's how money goes around.
So would you agree that prisoners would you agree that prisoners need better conditions to be in? Like, well, if you were to like, let's say you're in charge of reforming the prison, what would you do? Reforming the prison system in America, what would you do? Because you're gonna be if you want to be a social psychologist, this is your field.
First of all, prison is a prison. It's like a cage and not more of a rehabilitation center for people. So they're not really like giving them tools and skills.
Mm-hmm.
So when they go out or like when they finish their sentence to go back into the world and like be better or do good, they're just putting them in there and not doing anything about it. But those who want to do better, they go to school, they finish their school in prison. But some people, that's not on their mind until you approach them with that topic, But also, there are more prisons than colleges in California. Why? Because prison is
a business, like you said.
Yeah.
Okay, so as I said, go to the question. So what would you change, for example? Like something concrete. Okay, we can't do this anymore. We could do this. We have to do this.
First of all, the first thing I would change is, what's it called? The age that a child can go to jail is 7. Yeah, at the age of 7, you can go to jail.
Really? I don't believe that. 7?
Bro.
Maybe
Yeah.
maybe the different states. Maybe okay. I'll like maybe some states That's but 7 years old. Oh my god. But like no, I thought 7 would be juvie.
Yeah, like yeah,
Okay,
that's what I
juvie. Oh,
meant.
that's what you meant. Oh, not like real jail, like Rikers Island. You feel me?
No,
Okay.
can a child go to jail? But like I said, 7 years old. First of all, a child's mind is not developed yet.
Okay, but let's say like someone like a serial killer and he is already, like from a very young age, he's developing signs of like he's not right in the head.
Prosecution of children who are 11 years old and as young as 7.
Okay. But do you remember the question? 7 years old. Let's say at 5 or something, you're already having problems with your head. Like you're not right. Maybe there's just like I don't know the section of the brain.
Mental institution.
Yeah, mental institution. You put them in a mental institution instead of prison. Because like Ted Bundy, in the making, at 7 years old, like what would you do to
Prison is not going to do anything for them
That is true.
unless you have a psychiatrist, a support system to not only change like the way that you think, but give you skills on how to cope and everything. If you just go to jail, like it's just a free for all. You're not doing anything. You're only gonna make it worse because that person is gonna be in there with no skills. And then when they get released from prison, it's gonna be the same thing all over again.
And they're gonna go back to jail.
Changed.
Yeah. So I think we need to restructure the whole system on prison in America, right? Especially you. Hopefully you do become, a social psychologist and you could make your own little change in your own unique way. But yeah, I do agree. Like there needs to be more of a rehab thing instead of just treating people like animals and stuff like that. But a lot of people will be angered because it's easy for us to talk. Because well, for personally, I've not been affected by someone like killing my loved one. Like I would want to like hit you and like do unspeakable acts to you, but at the same time, for the benefit of humanity, I kind of want you to get better and like just become a better person through prison, and hopefully one day that's possible in the near future. But we know that's not gonna happen because shit doesn't happen like that. But yeah, that's good. I like that. So speaking of prison, what do you think about the death penalty?
Death penalty. I don't really know. I think it's just up to the state.
Okay, so like death penalty would be
okay. Like for me, like
an eye for an eye, basically. So someone kills a loved one of yours, would you permit them to die? Like, would you allow them to die? What do you think is morally right for them to die?
If that happens, like, first of all, I think death is the easy way out.
That's true. I believe that too.
Like, bro, like, it's just chop their head off and then they're done. I want them to stay in jail and, like, bro, like...
What of the rehab thing? What do you mean jail? What of the rehab thing?
First of all, murder, that's a whole different level.
Oh, okay. So for certain things, rehab. So for certain things, you have to stay in jail. Okay, I think I agree with that.
But it also depends. Like, if it's premeditated murder, bro, you're going to jail. Pack it up.
Yeah. But if it's something that just like I don't know happened by mistake, that's still hard. Like even though it's still hard.
There's a story of this woman. She's mentally unstable, right? So she has to take medications or whatever. But she had stopped taking her medication, and now like she's hallucinating. She feels like people are after her, and because of that, she ended up killing her fiance.
Oh.
But she's mentally unstable. It's not really her fault. It's not really her actions.
Yeah.
But she's still in prison.
Yeah.
Doing life.
Yeah.
And she has to live with that for the rest of her life that she kills her fiance, and now she's stuck in this situation.
Yeah. So for people like her, it should be more of a rehab thing instead of punished. Because I do agree, some people do need to get punished. Like if you can't be reformed and you can't change, you have to be punished and like taken away from society. But there are other certain crimes or other certain people that you need to at least try to rehabilitate them and make them change. And if they do change, you gradually put them in society so they not become a threat. Because I think at the current rate, people who leave prison, they commit a crime and they're back again. So it's just like a whole cycle. It's like it's not working, so we need to change. And yeah, I hope that happens in the future, man. Because I do think human nature could change, and people do regret what they do, and like just treating them like it's not gonna help. Treating them like shit and treating them like an animal is not gonna help anybody. And I do feel like even humans, like if someone did something to mine, I would want you to be like to stay away and I don't want to ever see you again or something. But unfortunately, like I think the better way would be to do rehab. I understand there are other factors too, like reasons and the type of person they are. So stuff like that too. Yeah. Speaking of this, like I know you told me about how you don't like the prison system or anything. So what are things like around the world or in life that you don't think it's right? excluding the prison thing we just talked about.
In America or the world?
In anywhere, anything.
In America, I feel like, first of all, speaking of that, since we're on the topic of America, I don't know why everybody and their mama swear that America is the best country out here.
Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this.
It really isn't.
Like what? Like in what way?
First of all, child's care, expensive as hell. Maternity leave is like 3 months. It's the fact that we claim that we're the best country in the world, but we have so much children going hungry, so much hunger, so much homeless poverty going on in this world. Like, it's the fact that America wants to be perceived as this great country so much that they take benches that homeless people would usually sleep on, and they put like bars like in the middle, like hand bars, so they wouldn't be able to sleep.
Yeah.
Well, like, why? The amount of vacant houses that we have in America is enough to put every homeless person in. Every homeless person would have a home.
Go upstairs.
But the thing is, we're so money hungry. America is so money hungry.
Yeah.
It's just so disgusting.
Yeah. And the thing is, listen, as I said, everyone said it with previous guests in the podcast. Like, I really like America. It's been a country because I know where I come from, and we don't have like the basic things. And a lot of people, like especially Haiti too, we're gonna talk about this later. In my country, in Nigeria, we want to come to other places like this, but like I feel like the problems here, I would rather deal with the problems of America than deal with like Haitian problems or deal with African problems, because there's a whole different set. There's a whole.
There's other countries that have Canada.
Yeah, they do.
Bro, go to Canada.
Yeah, no.
That's country.
But yeah, I would say America does have its flaws, and it could be changed, because I think
mass shootings
for war, but like let's talk about war. They could spend money for wars and shit. I think it was a Tupac quote. I think they got money for wars and shit, but they don't have money to feed the poor.
First
I think
of all,
Tupac
the budget, more than 50% of America's budget goes to the military.
600 billion, I believe, something. And they could have sent another men to the moon.
More than 50%, and we're not even in a war.
We're still in many wars right now.
What war?
Like we're still in Syria. We're still pull up Afghanistan. I think maybe Yemen. We're all over the world. I have a lot of.
We have bases. We have bases.
Okay, I'm not we.
But we're not in a active war.
Yeah, that's true. We're not like in World War III or something, you know.
So to spend more than half of America's budget on military is mind blowing.
And exactly, I think America could fix the problems and become even a better country by providing healthcare and
free healthcare.
Yeah, free healthcare. But the thing is, there's always a trade-off: free healthcare by higher taxes. So would you, as an American, and that's the whole thing with America. America has a choice. Do you want higher taxes? Because of all these countries you're seeing in Sweden and all these countries, there's different factors. They have a small population and they're willing to get taxed to get all the goods. I think America is possible, but the thing is, American from history, they don't like government having a lot of power. So will people like you, if they tax you more for like healthcare and childcare, would you agree with it?
The thing is, they're taxing the wrong people. They're not taxing the higher class. Like, I feel like everyone should, based on your income, you should pay a bracket of tax money.
A percentage?
Yeah, a percentage.
Yeah.
But the thing is, because the higher class has more money, they donate money to these people campaigns. So when they're passing bills in Congress or House of Representatives, of course they're going to vote in favor of the people who donated money to their campaign. Money talks.
Yeah, and they lobby. That's called lobbying.
Lobbyists.
Yeah, they lobby and to get things that they want done, special favors with them. And a lot of rich people, they have money, but they really don't pay their fair share of taxes. I think Warren Buffett was like, my secretary pays way more taxes than me, and I really don't make sense. And I really try to see when conservatives like talk about this, like, oh, they're not in favor of taxing the rich or something like that. And I'm like, bro, I'm trying to understand, like, everyone should really pay their fair share of taxes. So to make all the system work, to make everyone like live well and to pay for healthcare, because America I believe they have the money to pay for all this type of stuff. Like, you see $2 trillion in Afghanistan. I'm pretty sure the money was fucking borrowed, but America has enough. Like, they don't have the priority of healthcare and less care for our citizens. They're more of a world domination. This is a world domination business, and that's what they have. So I don't know. Yeah, I would say America is really a good country, but they they need to put what they need to like focus on other things like the people here, because I feel like they're not, and that's how the French Revolution started too, because with this growing inequality and the people felt like they weren't getting by, and to make
Amends?
no, make ends meet, and the higher class, they were just the bourgeoisie. They were just like partying and doing all this thing, like we see in America here, Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates. Apparently, Amazon they paid zero taxes. And honestly, I don't mind billionaires. It's just like if you made your money through good means and truly helping people. Well, fortunately for some of people, so for I don't have to make, I don't know, but I feel like some billionaires, they didn't make their money in a clean and like good way, and unfortunately, like that's why we have so much like wealth inequality
And
here.
a lot of them, they get by not paying a lot of taxes because they have
Exactly.
Swiss accounts. Like, they have accounts, like, not in America.
And they have good lawyers too, and they have good lawyers. So basically, like, it's kind of unfair, the system, because rich people, they could get away with anything. I think I saw this video on Twitter. The kid was talking about how rich people, they have good lawyers, they have money, and if they commit a crime, they don't have to do anything.
Bro, like, come on. OJ did it.
Okay, I don't know. AJ is rich, right? Yeah, so I'm pretty sure. But I'm something like Jeffrey Epstein type shit, like that high. This guy was trafficking kids, and he is probably dead right now. And like I think he went to prison, and he had like a big ass room. He could do whatever he
Rockefeller.
wants. Yeah, and he could just leave prison, come back anytime he wants. So yeah, definitely, I think America needs to reassess its priorities and investing in the people, investing in neighborhoods in underrepresented and impoverished neighborhoods, because I feel like America does have money. Invest in education,
But that's
invest in
what they've been.
infrastructure.
That's what they've always been saying. Like, Democrat Party, that's what they've all been saying, to get a vote. And then as soon as they get to power, it's like,
What did you do? That's why it's like, bro, you're fucked either way. It doesn't matter, Democratic,
vote
Republican, you're the
AOC.
same. AOC, she has a lot of like, it's a lot of like,
She has a lot of potential.
I would say she has a lot of potential because she's a really young person. She unseated a Republican, and I don't know what number the specific. I think the 13th congressional district in the city, and it was like, oh wow, like that's really good of her. And she's like, I think I believe the youngest Congress member ever, but she is like, apparently, I watch a lot of like, I watch right wing and left wing, but the conservatives do not like her at all.
Of course.
Yeah, and I don't know. There's something she did recently. I think she casted a vote supporting Israel or something. I'm really not sure. But like, she's good. Bernie Sanders, I think for president, I think he would have been.
Oh my goodness. I have been rooting for Bernie Sanders ever since he first, like, entered into the picture about being president.
Yeah, but like, I think the socialism thing, people call him socialist. This socialist thing in America is such a taboo word. Everyone's really
And
scared
not
of
only
it.
that, he has some great ideas, but his great ideas will also come with higher tax. Like,
Exactly. So it's
minimum
like,
wage, $15. Free college.
yeah.
just
So
gonna be
it's
more.
always a question like trade-offs. Like for all of this, for you want the healthcare, you want free schools and
But
stuff.
bro, Beyonce can buy a bottle that is worth my tuition.
She could.
She
Yeah, so
has.
it's always trade-offs, It's just like, is our Americans willing to get higher taxes to, have all the services, or no, lower taxes so each American can have an individual choice of, oh, I want to go to this school. But the thing is, like, even now, college is very, very expensive for the average person. An 18-year-old has to collect money just to go to college, and I really don't like that, because back then, college was really cheap, but like now it's really expensive for the average American.
And it's so crazy how teachers, like, you would think teachers get paid. Teachers do not get paid at all. Like, especially in the middle, like the middle of the world, not the world, of America. What's that called?
What do you mean?
Like that region, like there's,
Midwest?
Midwest,
Yeah.
yes. Especially in the Midwest, they do not get paid at all. Like, teachers in the Midwest have to work 2 or 3 jobs to support
Even here,
themselves.
even in New York.
Yeah, to support themselves and their family, and then they have to pay off student loans, which is mind-blowing.
Yes, I don't like that. I knew a teacher who's like in her mid-30s still paying student loans. I really don't like that. It's like, how much are we gonna borrow before like we like enough? Because I think student debt is like
The
top 3
second.
debt. Second? Yeah,
Second.
second debt in the whole entire country. And for America, I think America, you really have to reassess your priorities. Instead of having military bases, paying for,
You're not getting that money back.
yeah, and it's like,
I know.
in the name of democracy, like, just leave them alone.
Yeah,
come
I'm
here,
not
invest in
getting
your
it
own
back.
people. But Yeah, unfortunately, America is, of course, it has its own flaws, has its own, um, highs and lows. I like America. Living here is like really nice, but I'm like sometimes I'm like, what are you doing? The people in power. That's why people like Bernie will never like come in power because
That's
the
still my
Demo-
man, and
the
I'm gonna
yeah
ride
the
right
Democratic.
beside
I think
him.
the Democratic Party. I believe that Bernie was even more popular than Joe Biden, but they chose Joe Biden, who was like sometimes he has his gaffes and he has his
You mean when he
problem.
was running against Hillary?
No, this was the last presidential
Oh,
election. Like the Democratic Party was like
mm-hmm.
Bernie, Joe, Andrew Yang, all those. But the Democratic Party chose Biden to run against Trump instead of Biden. I think a lot of people like us, we were actually going for
Bernie.
Bernie, and it's like
A lot of young
a
people.
lot. I think young people we are willing to make our taxes like
Young people, we were behind Bernie Sanders.
yeah, yeah. Instead of Joe Biden, like Joe Biden
Mm-hmm.
was like probably like second choice, but Bernie was like really, and he was like, bro, this is your last chance because after this you're gonna be really old, and the presidency is a really tough job. So I don't know if at your old age you could do all this, but yeah, Bernie was really popular. But the Democratic Party, of course, they chose Joe Biden,
And
and
when him and Hillary went head to head, I feel like the only reason Hillary won was the electoral votes when Congress had to vote, because she has the inside already, like
yeah,
even though Bernie's in like Congress, like he knows them, but her being not only
first lady, she was
first
first
lady,
lady, Secretary of
secretary of
State.
state, bro, her husband was the whole president. Like I know she got people inside voting for her.
And the thing is, I was really, really surprised when she lost against Donald Trump. And I was like mind blown because everyone, the whole country, thought that
No,
Hillary
but
Clinton.
listen. She won the popular vote. She just didn't win the electoral. So
Oh,
she had more votes than Donald Trump, but because of the electoral college, which I think is so
me
stupid.
too. I
Like,
think,
what's the whole point of the electoral college?
yeah,
Like Hillary had more votes, but she
yeah.
still
I
lost.
think that's democracy too. Democracy is the person who's more popular should be the president. And I think it should be the electoral college should be reformed in some way. Maybe not it's completely scrambled. Maybe it should be reformed in some way to be like more
I feel like
fair.
the electoral college should just be abolished. Like, what's the whole point?
That's true.
Just
Oh yeah,
vote and that's it.
yeah. But like the thing is like, what if it's like really close? Like what if it's like I don't know, 50 million to 51 million. So the 51 million will always win or something.
Based on the
Honestly,
electoral,
so just 1 million, only one more million would want the president to be
it's
president.
literally based on electoral votes. Like Hillary could have like thousands of more
Yeah, she
votes.
she did beat Donald Trump in popular votes, but Donald Trump won because of the electoral college. And even now, I think Joe Biden beat him in both sections, in popular and electoral college, because wow, the country really wanted
Not
him out.
surprising.
Yeah, not surprising. Yeah, I was like, bro, honestly, I think before the pandemic and the whole George Floyd thing, Donald Trump was like, okay, he was kind of, I think he would have probably beaten Biden, but after COVID, like 200,000 people died, and the country was in such a state of disarray. There was no way. I feel like we weren't gonna go through another 4 years of that. So that's what the people
I
were like,
mean,
okay,
I
we
don't.
pick that.
I feel like because of that, a lot of the conservative down south, two picket house, two fence, two dogs, two kids, family, they really love Donald's because COVID is a hoax.
Oh yeah, that's OD. That's OD. I think there's also something like people who voted for Donald Trump are dying more than in the
The fact
areas
that
where.
Donald's like, oh, inject yourself with Clorox, and
Yeah,
people actually did it.
I'm like, bro, I was actually trying to get behind this guy because, listen, you're Donald Trump, right? And you're the president of the goddamn country, the whole states. And I was like, please, like, I was really, I wanted him to be a good president, but like, he kept letting me down. And when COVID and George Floyd thing hit for me, I was like, yeah, that's it. That's why I'm saying like, the whole country didn't go behind him after those two
It's
incidents. And it was like, bro, you're the pilot of the whole airplane. I don't try to be like everyone else. I'm like, oh, Phil, Donald Trump, I was actually like, come on, bro, please, like, you should earn my support. But he
the
just,
things that come out that man's
yeah, it's
mouth.
like you're the whole president. Like, I know the media could twist your words, but you have to be careful with what you say because sometimes there were times where the media did twist his words. I'm like, bro, you should know, and
But
you
grab
should.
him by the.
Yeah, well, that was before presidency. That's why I was still shocked. Like, hey, you're
He
a
still
leader.
got
He
it.
still got it. I was like, if he could get it,
He
who?
said that he said that if Ivanka wasn't his daughter,
Oh yeah, that's okay. That's something like that. Was like, but speaking of America and all this, problems with America. Like America's still a great country. Um, like this is, due to like a lot of people from your country and my country. In my country, so there's something called Japa, where Japan out of the country because our president is horrible. the whole system, like
least
they
you
were
have
supposed
one.
to. That was good. That was good. Yeah, but our country, our president is like, he's horrible. The system, inflation is going up. Food like prices are going up. Tribalism, like all this type of problems, and a lot of people going to the UK. A lot of people are going to the US, despite the problems we just mentioned. As I said, the US is still a great country, but problems are just like really dumb and solvable, but no one wants to solve them. So yeah, it was like, since you're Haitian, like talk to me about how it was growing up in Haiti and like your view of the States.
I was born in Queens.
Oh shit, I forgot. Podcast ended. No, I'm joking. But like, okay, growing up around the,
But I'm very in touch with my culture.
me
though.
too. I'm in touch with my culture. I listen to Nigerian news. Like I'm always, But yeah, tell me how growing up around Haitian people. How did you?
First of all,
view
growing up
the United States?
Haitian before, like, bro, you used to see a Haitian, like, niggas would dead clown on you, like, ew, like, go away.
Bro, the same thing as
booty
African.
scratcher, bro.
Whoa, no. Booty scratcher was African, bro.
But now everybody,
Everyone jacking it.
You're Nigerian.
The Shiki, Afrobeat,
bro.
Wizkid.
Yeah,
you know
Haitian.
everybody. That was our shit. That's my country.
Yo,
Okay.
now,
so fuck you.
now everybody want to jump on the bandwagon, like
Exactly.
they wasn't clowning us before.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So how was it growing up as a Haitian? They were just making fun of you and that's it?
Well, I never got made fun of per se.
I feel like the females, you guys are safe, but from the boys,
I
like
never
me,
got-
because I had another one, like Ozioma. She was, I don't think she was ever a clown. I think one of us, and me, maybe. I don't think they were ever a clown. It was me that was clown. I was like, damn, maybe they were a clown,
Even
but
to
I
this
didn't know.
day, don't they call you Baba Chunde?
Yeah, they still come Baba too. But I don't care. I'm a proud Nigerian. It don't matter to me. I still love my country. I still love, even though that country is like fucking shit. But
Yeah,
I
you still love
my
your
country. I
country.
still love, yeah. So like, I think we had similar experiences growing up as Haitian, growing up as an African. Everyone African Americans too made fun of me. I'm like, bro. I thought
No,
you said-
it'd be the African Americans making fun. Like,
I'm
it don't
like,
even
bro,
be the white people. It'd be the African
Yes,
Americans.
I'm like, damn, bro. I thought we were in the same boat. Like, I thought we were like, my
Bro,
brother,
like,
my
we just
brother.
one boat stop different.
Yes.
Relax.
Bro, I called God African booty scratcher in the fucking class, and everyone was like, ooh. I was like,
After that, you can't say nothing back,
I
bro.
can't say nothing. You American. This is my country, bitch. And let's go back to yours. I'm like, okay, you got it, bro. Honestly, like, but now
You
look,
should be like, at
everyone-
least I know my culture. You
Oh,
know?
exactly. At least I'm not a lost soul. Well, Africans are kind of lost souls because of colonialism and how. the
Yeah,
British
but at least you know
accepted-
what tribe you're from.
At least, yeah, at least I know, like, I know I'm a Nigerian Ibira man. I know who I am. I know what I am. But yeah, a lot of African Americans making fun of me, and I was like, damn, I thought we were in the same boat. I thought you guys would be, hey, like, oh, but
Nah,
no.
They'd be the worst,
They
bro.
would ask me questions like, "Do you know how to use a computer? Do you know how to?" I'm like, "Boy, get the fuck out of my face, bro."
No, I hate when they be like, oh, you're Haitian? You do voodoo?
like really. I know.
Like, what?
yeah, but I really. You visited Haiti before, right?
Yeah.
So how was it?
It's just a regular country. Like, I have a house.
Not a hut.
I have a farm, cars, hotels,
We have everything.
yeah,
basically,
schools. Like, bro, it's a regular country.
It's
Like,
a regular country. But like, even in Nigeria too, like we have, I lived in a house. I lived in, even when I saw huts, I was amazed. That's how I was like, oh, because I don't see huts like that. So when we were driving by and I saw huts, I was like, wow. But then I came here and everyone thought I lived in a hut, and everyone thinks Africa just
and not only
one
that,
entity,
if
but
you
it's
go to
not.
like Nigerians have beautiful houses, like
We have good houses.
better than America. Like the mansions, like bro,
We have good houses, yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah, but the thing, like as I said, even
But
our
the way
country-
that America portrays like these countries, like
Yeah, it's not
it make
good.
it seem like we're dirt poor. Like, bro, we have electricity in Haiti.
Oh yeah.
We have lights.
But in our countries, or at least in my country, I could speak from experience. We don't have 24/7 electricity.
Of course
yeah, of
you
course
don't.
we don't. But
We
we
don't
have
have
the basic. We have to, like, we don't. I don't think we have the
But we
basic
can
shit.
live.
We could live, right? We can live hardly because here is like mad easy to live. That's why I see when Americans are complaining about life, I'm like, bro, you have no fucking idea, bro, because you're doing homework at night at 8 o'clock and the lights turn off and it's mad.
You gotta
dark.
use the lamp.
You have to use a lamp. Yeah, you put a lamp and like there's a glass around the fire and stuff. You had a lamp.
Yes.
We had generators, with noise pollution, and it made the whole place stink. We had a lot. We had
The
like
generators, bro.
yeah. I'm not gonna lie, Nigeria.
Oh, the solar panels.
You guys have solar. I think we have solar panels too, but
Nah, in Haiti, solar panels is a big thing.
that's good. But our countries are. It's not like fucking 100% poor. I would admit that large parts of the country are living below the poverty line, and it's not easy living there. Like America, like if an American goes to Nigeria, I'm pretty sure you want to go back home to America because it's not easy. That's when we Africans or Haitians who come here, we dominate because we know how things are back home. But
I don't know. Speak for yourself. My family has maids in Haiti.
yeah, we like Nigerians we have maids, but like,
Yeah.
but the thing is like
My family wasn't like the struggling one. Like
yeah,
but,
that's you're lucky, but most Haitians do.
yeah, most
Haitians
Haitians definitely,
struggle.
but
Yeah, but at least it's good that you didn't struggle as much. But like I would say, most Haitians, struggle to make ends meet. To even like, it's not safe in the country. So talk to me about this current situation in Haiti right now, because I have heard a lot of things, and we're gonna segue into the Haitian people coming here and being
current
at the border.
situation. Our president got assassinated.
Yeah. So and the thing is, your president got assassinated, and there's not one single constitution that describes what happened. So the president gets assassinated. Okay, then this person's in power next. This power
The
next.
person
There's-
who's in power next is the second in line, the prime minister.
But then
But
why
it's-
isn't that happening?
Because the prime minister is involved in the assassination. So the people, not even like police or judge, like the people themselves will not allow him to go into the palace and take his place, because the president was the one who put the prime minister in that position. Like the president, he believed in him, he confided in him as a friend.
I don't like that.
And for him to do something like that, and not only that, bro, it's not even Haitian people that killed him. Like there were some Haitian people, but they got outsiders,
Colombians, and I think even Americans
outsiders to
too.
come kill someone that, bro, and like the president didn't even have a year left in his term, and for you to kill him in his house when he's sleeping with his wife, his kids is in the house. Like that is just so, like, no matter what problem that you have with that person, but taking someone's life like that is disgusting.
That's not good. I don't like that. And this is
And like, bro, the thing is, they all swore, oh, once he's out of power, not even a week, the country's gonna turn. Bro, it's been more than a couple of months, and nothing has happened. If anything, it's gotten worse. So where are y'all now?
of course it's gonna get worse if you don't have a main figurehead. If
The thing-
Gaddafi left, and there was so much turmoil, like who's the next president. And I think Haiti has a lot of constitutions, if I'm not mistaken. So there's a constitution that says like, oh, this person could be in power next. The other constitutions like, oh no, this person could be in power next. So people are just like mixing like, oh, what constitutions do we use? So that in that like legal framework is like, it's not really the best. And it's a power vacuum right now in the country. You don't have a president. I have a bad president. You have no president. I'm pretty sure having no president is probably worse, because there are different groups of people that want that power, and unfortunately,
one of the main people who planned the assassination is this Haitian doctor in Florida, because he wanted to be president.
Yeah, and how's that working for you now, motherfucker?
Locked up, they won't let you out.
But he's actually locked up.
Well, it's in the process.
Oh,
But because the thing is, the people who are supposed to get locked up, they're threatening these judges. They actually killed one of them. They're threatening these judges.
what a lawless society, huh?
They're threatening these judges. Yeah.
Okay, and it's really bad. And I think I was watching some videos of Haiti. Which reminds me of our country. There's some there's those places that are really, really super nice. Then the rest of the country is really bad, which like doesn't
Especially
make
since
sense.
we were just affected by an earthquake not too long ago.
Okay, yeah. So president died, power vacuum. A lot of people vying for power. A lot of gangs. A lot of crime.
A lot of
spiking up,
kidnapping.
a lot of kidnappings. Just like my country, a lot of bandits. ISWA, Boko Haram, all that. Just like there's a lot of similarities within our countries, and now a lot of Haitians are moving out.
But the thing is, they're moving. The people who are under the bridge, right? The ones that got deported, when they go back, first of all, to know that the prime minister made a deal with America, to bring them back or whatever, bro. Now they come back to this poverty life. What are they gonna do? Join gangs, more kidnapping.
It's just a
Kidnapping-
cycle.
Yeah,
It's a
kidnapping
cycle.
is just gonna spike, because First of all, my grandmother, she's in Haiti right now, but she wants to come back because even though she has money, like, bro, to go to the I don't know how they say it in English.
What is it in Spanish?
It's not a market. It's like a farmer's market outside.
I know what you mean. Yeah, like flea market.
Yeah, I don't know
Something
how
like
to say it in English,
Okay.
you guys. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
But, like, you know, to go there, it's just, first of all, she's old. So she got to call somebody to go for her.
Yeah, it's not hard.
Like, I mean,
It's hard,
she like, we live comfortably. She has her own house. She has her own house in Haiti.
Yes. And the thing is...
And it's not my parents. It's literally her own house.
Yeah.
But, like, because it's just, like, you know, she's old. She just rather come back here. Like, you can have money and, you know, meat. You know, meat is just scarce.
Yes, so I want to talk about that
Meat
too,
is
because
just scarce.
even though if you have money in these types of countries, even Nigeria too, the people who are surrounding you, they don't have money. You're at risk of getting hurt, getting robbed. And if if the rest of the society doesn't have money and you're the one who has money, like, things is gonna be hard to get.
Not in my neighborhood.
What?
Because, like, in Haiti, it's like the people who live in your neighborhood, like they're considered your family. Like when you grow up and, like, you're like, your parents are like, oh, that's your aunt. We came from the same neighborhood.
Oh yeah. But I'm saying, if it's a human, I don't have money.
But in certain
certain
neighborhoods,
yeah.
you know, when people move out and new people come in and you don't know them like that, that's a dangerous situation.
I feel like with more inequality, there's gonna be more crime, because if I'm a person who's broke and, you know, I've tried all my hardest to, you know, work my way up, and I see this rich guy broken, I'm gonna rob him to, like, you know, feed my family. I'm gonna rob the store, and that's why, like, crime spike up. That's why I say, like, even if you have money in these rich countries, you wouldn't want to leave. Like, your grandma, she has money, but she still wants to leave because here's a more, I would say, more stable society. She could go to the store. She can walk. If she can, like, you guys could go, you know, get the goods for her. So a lot of people say, like, oh, if you have country, you could live in these countries. You could live in these countries, like, nice. But no, you are a threat. Like, the police, military could harass you. Normal citizens could harass you. You don't have, like, basic goods. You don't have good healthcare. All those type of things. So that's why a lot of people leaving here. Like, you know, I want to talk about the Haitian people at the border. I think it's like 15,000, and they're coming by a lot. And it's like, oh, it's Haiti.
Journey.
Huh?
It's a 3-month journey.
It's a 3-month journey.
But a lot of them aren't coming just from Haiti. A lot of them, they, you know, stayed in Brazil or they stayed in Chile, and then from there, they go. Because there's a lot of Haitians in Brazil, a lot of Haitians in Chile.
A lot of Haitians.
A lot.
You guys to speak, I know Haitians, they could speak English, Creole, French, and Spanish. 4 languages. There's some
My
Haitians
dad was speaking in Spanish yesterday. Like,
he was speaking in Spanish?
He
That's
was
good.
singing in
Spanish.
Oh,
that's
I was
good.
just like, what?
But yeah, like, you know, that's because they're surrounded by, well, Dominican Republic too, because they speak Spanish. But you guys are surrounded by all these, and you guys go live in other countries and learn the other languages. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Haitians throughout Latin America, but, you know, you don't hear about it. So they're now at the border right now. I think even Biden, he's deporting them under something called Title 42.
But I think they stopped the deportation.
Really? Because I heard he was getting deported. Like, Biden's even deporting more people than Trump did in his 4 years, and Biden has not completed 1 year apparently. He's using this rule that since we're in a pandemic, we don't know who's coming in the country, and they might have COVID, and they might you know, increase COVID in the country. So that's just the justification he's using to deport the Haitian people. I don't know if it's stopped right now. I've not, like, you know, done my research on this lately, but like a couple of days ago, I heard that he is deporting them. It's like, wow, the media's not reporting that he's deporting all those people. But a lot of Haitians are in the border right now, as we're speaking right now. And the thing is, I want to talk to you is like, why America? Why, huh?
More of them are coming too.
More of them coming, but like, why America? Because you mentioned that they are staying in these countries like Brazil, like throughout South America,
because America
Central.
is seen as this golden ticket, like, you know, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, like this golden ticket, this land of peace, hope, opportunity, freedom, where there's other countries that can give the same thing, but America has just been placed on this high pedestal. Like, growing up, all you hear about is America, America, America being this great thing. And, like, you know, like, even when, you know, people from your home country, they're like, they think, like, as soon as you come to America, you made it. Like, you got money grows on trees, send money home every month. Like, they be like, what are you talking about? Like, what do you mean you're broke? Like, you live in America, you have money.
But the thing is,
they don't understand.
Most American, as I said, I think I'm talking with Anna too. Like, America is, you think it's the land of the free, but when you come here, you have to work your butt off, and the money you earn by working your butt off it's just gone.
Until they come here, they don't really understand. Because I've had a lot of family people that, like, when they come here, that's when they finally understand That's why it's always been like you can't always send money back home because America is a struggle. Like to live in New York
It's
itself.
one of the most.
To live in New York itself is
Yeah.
expensive. To live on Long Island, forget about it.
Yeah, we have like one of the most highest taxes, property taxes, and it's a struggle. Like you really have to work a lot, and you can't rest. And that's
And
why
it's
a lot
not
of
only
people.
sending money home. I don't know if you guys send barrels home.
What do you mean barrels?
Like like barrels, and then you put like food in it.
Okay, I know. I have an idea.
Because I feel like Nigeria is overseas. You guys can't really do that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Maybe we do, but I'm not aware of it. But
In Caribbean culture, we send barrels home. So we get barrels and we put like carnation milk, spaghetti, macaroni,
just send it back home, right?
oil,
Yeah.
like just stuff like that. Cause food is
It's really it's hard to get. I don't know if inflation. Is
inflation. Definitely, yeah.
I don't know if
So
inflation.
before we go to Haiti, we would send a barrel. So when we get to Haiti, we have stuff we put in, and then like literally the only thing that we usually buy in Haiti is just meat, because you can't really send meat overseas. So, but yeah.
One of the things I want to say, I love soup jamora. My friend Chris, he gave it to me. I think it was sophomore year. He gave it to me. I know you guys usually take it for New Year's Eve, and I love.
Yeah,
I love it.
Independence Day.
Yeah, but yeah. So okay, let's keep going. And I think did you see the picture of I don't know if it was it's a whole media frenzy around this picture, but there was a picture of this guy who apparently was whipping the Haitian guy with a whip. You saw the picture, but then I think I was doing my research and it's like someone was like the photographer that was there was like, no, they weren't whipping him. Then the liberals and the lefts were saying that yeah, they were whipping him, and Biden is like, oh, we're gonna have to like ban the whips now. So there's this whole like media frenzy. I really don't know what to believe now. It's like were they whipping him or not? Because
Bro,
the picture looks like you're whipping him.
There's no other. What was he whipping? The air?
No, he said it's for the horses. Like I don't know. They have this whip for the horses, I guess, to make them run faster. I really don't know. So it's like that's why I was gonna talk to you about like American media now because for
Propaganda.
me, yeah, I would say there's propaganda and it's like
Yellow journalism.
all that and it's like who do I believe? Because in every story I look at both sides like because everything is like America is two sides. Either this happen or this happens. It's like bro, what do I believe? I don't believe. I don't know who to believe. So it's like I can't make informed decisions because of all this media stuff. So
but it's more than one. Is more than one picture of a person getting whipped.
oh, it's more than one picture.
Yeah.
Oh, because I know the photographer there was like he didn't. I don't know if he's getting paid or if he's getting coerced or something. So it's like, bro, come on, tell the truth now. Then Fox would be like, oh well, no, it was for the horses, and CNN would be like, oh, they were whipping the goddamn Haitian migrants, and I'm like, dude, can I get the truth and stop being like, oh, politicizing the situation? And it's still a sad story though. Like I don't know if you were president of the states, what would you do about all this Haitian crisis? Because you have to think if you bring them in, they have to like adapt to life, and you're gonna set a precedent. So other people to be like, oh shit, we could actually go to America, and they just keep on coming, and they keep up coming, and I feel like a lot of native born Americans will kind of feel some type of ways, like okay, how many people are we gonna let in? Like, is there a limit? Like, are we the home to every single like everybody in the world who comes to America? So you're gonna set a precedent of like okay, we accepted these people. Now people even like you could welcome terrorists and all these types of people, the criminals, and they could like come like oh shit, they allowed us. But if you allow them, it's like okay, you're giving them life, you're giving them a new chance to like start new life. You're gonna like make their sacrifices worth it because she said 3 months living in different countries, living away from home. They finally arrived at her
There's this
destination.
woman. She actually gave birth underneath the bridge.
I think she did too.
So 3 months walking pregnant, and she has another child and her husband, and she gave birth underneath. Walking 3 months while pregnant, that must mean that you have to be escaping something very hard.
Yeah.
To do that.
So yeah, as I said, as president, I just gave you two sides of the coin, the pro and con of letting all these migrants in. So what would you do as president to just let's say a win situation?
First of all, I will never be president because all politicians are liars.
Okay, but yeah, say in this situation you have the power. Okay, Benja, boom.
I don't really know.
Me too. I really don't know. I
know.
really don't know. It's like,
There's just
if I accept you, yeah, I'm setting a precedence for other people. And if I don't accept you, it's kind of human of me. Like, come on, I want to help you. So
but you
it's
also
like
have a country to run.
I have a country to run, and I have I want people to like me to get revoted again. It's just like, what do I do? And I was thinking of this questions like, what do I
Doesn't Joe
do?
Biden have dementia? He probably won't even remember.
Well, we got a Biden crisis. We have a border crisis. Like, sir.
Since when?
And then, that's why Kamala Harris is like, sir, I'll take care of this. Oh, where are you getting your vice presidents? Oh my God. But yeah. Speaking of all these Haitians, that's why I said I really don't know what to do, because there's a human side that would want to help me, and there's another side that's like, I don't know, but I feel like there needs to be immigration reforms of who can come to this country, and I think we need to look at Canada. I think Canada has a really great immigration policies, so I have to look at Canada and see what they do. And I'm like, okay, we can accept you, and you, but we can accept you. But at the same time, that's like morally wrong, because like, why are you accepting them? But it's like, who could bring the most value to the country and make the most out of themselves? But at the same time, it's like most of you want to come here and work, and I don't know. It's just a lot of factors I have to think about. But I'm pretty sure I'll come to a great decision that would benefit the American people and benefit the Haitian people. And I'll probably do something like, I was gonna say send aid to Haiti, but they send aid after the earthquake that happened, 2010.
The Haitian people don't want
No, it doesn't help though.
American
It doesn't.
because it doesn't help.
It doesn't help.
All they
yeah.
do is steal our resources and steal our land. Like, steal, like, whatever good land that we have and resources, and then use it to their benefit.
Yeah. I was gonna say that, like, okay, go back to your country and we're gonna like actually help you guys. But at the same time, it's like, in which ways am I gonna help? Are you guys gonna like foreign interference in your country? So it's just a whole lot of factors.
Back in like the 1950s.
Go ahead with your history, even though you might be wrong.
No, this isn't wrong.
Okay.
Back then, there were a lot of Americans that came to Haiti, do construction work, architects, whatever. And what a lot of them would do, they would go around and like impregnate a bunch of women.
Haitians? Wow.
A bunch of Haitians. And then after their work is done, they go back to their country. So now you're leaving
Yeah.
bunch of single mothers.
Yeah. It's kind of tense.
And some of them, they would actually take their kid, and the mother will never see the child ever again.
Oh no.
That happened to my grandma.
Wait. An American comes to the country, have a kid, and he would take the kid. First of all, aren't you under the Haitian legal system? So wouldn't the legal system?
Bro, 1950.
Dude, come on, Haiti has been existed for like how many years?
Okay,
now?
but even in America, 1950, there's a lot of false adoption, a lot of sketchy adoption, a lot of, come on.
Okay, and would you say you feel home in the United States, because it's a lot of Haitian people here. I don't know other parts of the country, but in New York, I think it's probably one of the most diverse places in the States.
I feel home, but there's no place like home.
I like that. Here, I kind of do I feel like home? Nah, because it's not like you get to see your cousins.
Cause it's like
I don't get to see my cousins. I only have like one cousin in Texas.
no, my cousins live in Indiana, bro.
Oh.
No, but they're from Haiti. Born and raised in Haiti, but they
Wait. Haitians, I feel like, okay, Florida, New York, but Indiana.
There's a large population of Haitians in Indiana.
Why Indiana?
I don't know.
And it's like no one knows who. I don't think Haitians. If I actually go to Haiti right now, name a state from the United States, they will say New York.
New York.
They will say Florida.
Boston.
They will say Massachusetts.
No, they don't know the state Massachusetts.
Okay,
they
Boston.
know Boston.
Oh no, one of my friends, his brother lives in Boston. But like Indiana, what the hell is Indiana?
There's also a lot of Haitians in Texas.
Okay, but what do you mean there's no place like home? Like you feel home, but there's no place home. I want you to elaborate on that, because I feel the same way.
Bro, you go back to your country, you're sitting underneath the I don't know how to say it in English.
What do you say in Spanish?
The porch. The porch?
Yeah, you can say porch.
Because like all Haitians houses, majority of Haitian houses, we all have porches. So you sit under the porch, you got a mango tree, you just eating on your mango, and then you go to the beach, and then they're frying up some fish on the beach, Bro, there is no place like home. And like, bro, like the country is hot, but like we have breeze, we have trees. Like we get a nice breeze. It's not no New York summertime Bronx hot where you gotta open up the fire hydrant and run through the water. Like,
Yeah.
it's
So,
good weather, good food, good
lighting's coming
family.
up right now.
And not
Lighting.
only, good food, like
Oh
fresh
yeah.
food, like
Yeah, Haitian food. I tried like
fresh.
one of yours. It's really nice.
It's not only like Haitian food, but like when you go back to your own country and you go to the market, bro, there's no GMOs, there's no MSG.
They put chemicals. They don't put
It's
chemicals into their
fresh
food.
food, fresh from the garden, bro. You got your own plantain tree. I have a plantain tree.
That's
You have
good.
your own cow, your own goat, your own chickens.
Okay, so would you say if Haitian was like had the same problems as America, like was like or as advanced as America, would you live in Haiti? Like let's say if Haiti had like 24 hours, like 24-hour electricity, hot water, basically like the basic amenities that America provides for you, would you live in Haiti? Like under those conditions, you don't have to worry about kidnappings. Like I'm pretty sure here you don't have to worry about kidnappings or don't have to worry about safety issues. So would you live in
I
Haiti?
dead would.
I really would. Like would you?
And
Like
not only that, but a lot of Haitians, like we have
you had a precedence.
we have
good
houses,
one?
but we have houses back home. So like, as soon as you retire, they just go back to Haiti.
Yeah.
Like that's literally their plan. Like, bro, every Haitian parent, when you're growing up and you asking your parents for money, they be like, I don't have any. I don't have any. Knowing today's Friday, they get paid. They building a house back home.
That's good. Yeah.
They building a house back home.
Oh yeah, that's good. And hopefully, we get to live where if our futures, our country's futures are bright, and they give its people enough resources to really impact the world, or to impact the world. Like I hope in the future Haiti is a really nice country. You guys have a nice president. You guys have a good legal structure. I hope you guys don't have a lot of kidnappings and a lot of banditry in my case. And yeah, because I do think Haiti has potential. Like I think I wouldn't argue like Haiti has. You guys do have a lot of potential because I would say in Nigeria we have a lot of tribes and like a lot of tribalism is one of some of our problems. But Haiti, most you guys are it's more I don't know the word. It's more homogeneous. Yeah. So I feel like to unite in Haiti will be way more easier than I was saying for African countries. And yeah, like I wish in the future Haiti would definitely be like prosperous as hell, making money, grow. The people living nice. So cases like this, like cases like the Haitian people coming to here to America wouldn't happen. Because imagine like if the country was really nice, like what the fuck would I go to another country? Why would I leave my mom or like my siblings and come to this country where I have everything I have back home? That's because to show how shitty the situation is in countries like these. And this is kind of off topic, but you remember the Gabby Petito case? Yeah, I want to talk because I really didn't know anything about it, right? I was just...
TikTok.
Oh, you knew about... Oh, she's a TikToker?
No, but like it was all over my TikTok For You page.
Yeah, because out of nowhere, I think I was in the gym or something. I was like, I don't know who it's. Hopefully they find it. Then I kept hearing about it, and it was just like everywhere on Twitter, on YouTube. I'm like, who is this person? And another question is like, why don't other people get the same coverage as her? And this is not taken away from her case or anything.
I think it's the power of media and social media, because just like
Wait, was she an influencer or something? Because I
no,
don't get that she's an influencer.
not at all. Just like the case of Cynthia Brown, it was always talked about, but out of nowhere, it kind of blew up on
yeah.
social media. Just
Yeah.
like the case with those two twins that killed their father.
Yeah.
Out of nowhere, it was literally all over my For You page. Out of nowhere, it just blew up. The power of the power that social media has right now, I feel like it's
Unheard of. Because
it's unheard of.
Yeah.
Unheard of. Like the fact that they can bring old cases back to life again.
Yeah, because of social media, right? So would you say like apparently the same place that her body was found?
Our archaeologist was he an archaeologist?
Who?
Are we talking about the wrong person?
No, I'm saying apparently the place that I don't know if this is like concrete or something, but I had this conversation with someone else, and they told me like the same place that they found her body, there were like other people missing too, like in that same place, but the media didn't cover it. And I think it was a couple of days ago, Joy Reid from MCB, I don't know the fucking name, but Joy Reid was like, why is there the same attention or same energy when it comes to women of color and stuff like that? And I was really trying to see like, okay, what factors were involved in Gabby's case, increasing, or other people's case, they like, who the hell are you? And you say social media, like, why is she? I thought she was an influencer or something. That's why I understood, like, oh, she had a big following or something. Like people,
I don't know. I guess someone posts it and then it goes viral and then everybody is on it.
yeah, and the media too. You guys do have power to, like, bring stories to life. So like, let's say a woman of color or like people in underrepresented communities, they're missing. Social media, I mean, the media, like MC and BNC, Joe Reed, your own network, you guys have the power to talk about these topics, but unfortunately, you guys don't. You guys just like follow the herd, and yeah. Hopefully, this case is brought to rest. Hopefully, her family lives in peace. But I wanted to just talk about it, talk about that, and yeah. And the final thing is, Benja, we have talked about the meats. We have talked about you growing up here, Haiti, everything that America. So let's say if the whole entire world, this is a question I always ask my guests at the end of the podcast, if the whole entire world was listening to you right now in this moment, what would you tell them?
Cash at me.
Come on, bro.
College is not cheap.
So you should tell them to cash up you. You're gonna regret this answer in 50 years when you listen to this podcast. So I suggest you.
If the whole world does listen to me and cash at me, I'll be rich. So I wouldn't care.
But the whole world, most of the world is not. No one got $1. So.
Bro, if everybody in the world cash at me $1.
That's $7 billion already. Almost $8 billion. So you would say to them to cash up you.
Live life, breathe air. I know somehow we're gonna get there.
Okie dokie. Well, this has been the end of
You know where I got that from?
Where?
You know the theme song to iCarly?
No fucking way. Hey, that if you could quote other theme songs if you want, but that has been the end of this podcast. Thank you so much, Benja, for coming on. We appreciate your outlook, and I wish you the very best in your future endeavors. All right, guys, please, I hope you guys enjoy this podcast. Don't forget to check out my other episodes. Check my YouTube channel out. Do a little bit of self-promotion. I will link to her social media down in the description. So, yeah, I hope you guys have a nice day. Peace. Boom.